Welcome to the 194th edition of Make Wrestling Majestic Again. I am Tiger Height.
And R-Truth is still with the company.
Yes, so we'll talk about that here in a second, but let's get through some drama. Not a lot, but we just need to have a little bit of talk.
Let's see what the IWC has in store.
So this just cements to me that all the Freakazoids are gatekeeping. There has been questions about what a Freakazoid is. A Freakazoid, you can be a fan of AEW and not be a Freakazoid. A Freakazoid is putting AEW on an unnecessary platform, not looking at reality and trying to bullshit their way saying that the company is fine. It's okay to be a fan of AEW, but it's not okay to be a Freakazoid. And another part of being a Freakazoid is gatekeeping, where you have to have this extensive knowledge about pro wrestling to even be let into the keys of the kingdom when it comes to being a Freakazoid. To the point where Tony Khan even had to let the Freakazoids know that you are killing this company. Mm-hmm. They are going to continue to kill the company. Mm-hmm. You're too little too late. If you probably said this 3 years ago, it would have been fine. But now you're saying it with the dwindling ratings and the terrible decision for the 4-hour show. Now you're just trying to say, please, we need the casuals here. Mm-hmm. Because if you are a Freakazoid, you're not a casual. Wrestling is your identity. Right. Being a pro wrestling fan is your identity. And even though he and we do this show, we have things that we do outside of wrestling.
Right.
It does happen. So this is unacceptable behavior, just like the people who stalk Liv Morgan and the person who has been threatening and doxed Roxanne Perez. Don't do that.
No.
It's not cool. It's not acceptable behavior. And luckily, Twitter has worked with the authorities to find the Roxanne Perez person.
Yeah, and they're doing the same thing with Dominic now. Or someone else is doing something very similar with Dominic Mysterio.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's not acceptable. It's not cool. You do realize that that's a felony, right? That's jail time.
Right.
That's thousands of dollars of fines, and you do not want to be a convicted felon at all. So, but sending threats through the computer, if they find you, and trust me, they will, is a felony. There's no misdemeanor threats over the computer. That's not how that works. Speaking of things that don't work, Mercedes Moné, I don't know why she thought this was cool. But let me just paint this picture. This was an end table with a cloth. She has this poor piece of meat just cooked to hell with some leaves. This is not how you steak. And don't come at me saying, well, she likes it well done. If you like your shit well done, I don't trust you. You should not be trusted with anything sharper than a basketball.
Also, Mercedes Hogan just sucks, so...
It's like, dude, okay, you know that glass of wine is 1,000% like a $7 bottle of wine.
Oh, absolutely. No, it's probably like a $4 bottle of wine. Let's be real here.
And Peanut Gallery is a wine connoisseur. He likes his inexpensive wines, but he knows when to stop. This is like black box. This is yellowtail level of wine.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
And also, you can tell by how it looks on the rim. So wine has legs. When you drink it like separates. Mm-hmm. So if it's a good wine, it separates. You can see that she had a little bit of that wine. There's nothing there.
Right.
There's no bones to this wine. This bitch has no idea how to steak and wine. Where are the potatoes? Where's a side salad? Make it a meal. Seriously. Let's just plop this shoe leather.
They're actually kind of rinky-dink. They don't even know what they're doing. They can't even afford the potatoes.
Oh my God. Potatoes are the least expensive part of this meal. I don't understand. That makes it even worse. Did they just leave them at home? Did they overcook those along with this poor steak?
Can we just stop with the fact that, okay, they're literally like dancing at each other?
Yeah, it's getting silly.
So fucking stupid. Can Mercedes Moan and fucking Tony Storm stop play dancing and just have sex. I don't know, something different.
I'd watch it.
Please.
I mean,
I'd accidentally watch for 10 minutes.
We still have at least a couple of weeks before All In. How quickly do you think they're going to kill any interest in this?
They've already destroyed their own women's division. Nobody cares about the women's division anymore.
Outside of the Big Bang Theory bleed over, this was the highest viewed segment of the entire program.
And they probably wanted to do it because I don't think people believed what they were seeing.
But that's true. People are like, Mercedes Moné she's trying to eat shoe leather, and it's really bad.
This is the level that she has gone to, folks. This is the black sheep of the four horsewomen of the late the 2010s era.
Exactly. Exactly. Dave Meltzer, you talk a lot about DVR, like people use DVR. It ain't 2006, but let me help you out here. When you do a DVR, if I'm not mistaken, I haven't used a DVR in 10 years.
At a minimum. I mean,
when you record a show that's regularly scheduled, it tells you that there is a change on the DVR. And it will
unless you have some rinky-dink ass DVR, but I can't imagine any DVR that works being that rinky-dink.
Right, but I'm not incorrect on that. It tells you that, oh, it changed. Would you like to change when you record? It does it automatically.
Right.
Because you type in the name of the program and the times that it's there. Also, Dave, isn't your job watching this live? Why are you DVRing AEW?
That's a good question.
I mean, that's the one.
He's DVRing it so you can watch it at 2x speed and call every match a 5-star banger.
Right. Or he DVRs it so he can jerk off to it later.
Yeah, he probably does.
It's one of the two. I had to give you guys some economics lesson on debt, and we're going to do it very quickly here. So you can see that TKO, people are like, well, WWE has $3 billion in debt. No, so it's all of TKO. This is including the UFC, and debt is good. Yes. And I will tell you why. Now, there is good and bad debt. This is not bad debt. The numbers here are from, it wasn't from Bloomberg, but these are official. These are from March. And you can see that the debt has actually gone down $32.1 million. So they're actually chipping away at the debt. But when you have debt, you can do a couple of things. You get a lower interest on loans, which companies do all the time. You can sell your stock at in a more inexpensive price, and you can do certain things that are actually a lot cheaper in the long run. You pay less taxes if you have debt. For one reason or another, I had to pay off my car in full recently, and my credit score went down. Why? Because that debt is gone. And the banks like it when you have debt. You should like it when you have debt. Most millionaires have a ton of debt. Amazon has $76 billion in working debt, and they made almost $400 billion in revenue last year. Do you think that they'll just pay that all off, even though they have the capability of doing it 4 times over? No, they're not doing that. Why? Because it's better for them to have debt. This is what they're doing. They're letting this debt sit there. And if they have the ability to pay off more of that debt, then they're probably going to do it.
You should just stop listening to Dave Ramsey at that point.
I mean, I'm better than Dave Ramsey, but that's beside the point. I just gave you guys good things. Now, don't go out there and buy a fucking jet ski. But if you need to get a personal loan, or if you want to start a business, it actually might be more advantageous for you to go to the bank and get a loan. Yeah. Because that actually helps you out in the long run. Yep. Because you get the money, and also then when you have to pay the tax man, they see that you have debt, and you actually are being charged less. So definitely do that. Obviously, contact a financial advisor. We do not do that here. But that
we do not give out financial advice here.
But that long-formed explanation is a lot better than what Dave Ramsey will ever give you. Fighter Fest being 4 fucking hours.
And then they're doing it again this week.
This is unfucking acceptable. And don't come at me with WrestleMania. There's an expectation. And you are smack dab in the middle of the week on this bullshit.
It's a school night.
I have things to do.
Right.
I mean, I watched this for other reasons that I won't necessarily get into. I had to watch this on Thursday. It cut out a huge portion of my day. And the show sucked. You know what's really funny? If they separated out Dynamite and Collision, Fyter Fest would have beaten NXT in demo and in viewers. But because there was such a huge dip when Collision started, they lost again. It's make this make sense. I don't get it.
Because people don't want to watch 4 hours of wrestling on a weeknight.
And to what I've been hearing is that this was actually a Warner Brothers Discovery decision because they're trying to find a new home for Collision.
Yeah, they're trying
just get rid of Collision.
Yeah.
If you're gonna really shop around like this, it's gonna be better for you and for everybody else to get rid of it.
Well, again, and then Collision, there's no purpose for Collision.
There really isn't. I mean, show me what's the purpose of Collision.
Yeah, the
original purpose was for Punk.
Yeah. And honestly, if you wanted 2 separate shows, just do 2 separate brands. You already have a big enough roster.
Right.
Exactly. It's silly.
Exactly. And that was it for my drama. A couple of fun little things there and a little economics lesson from your friend Tiger Hype. Peanut Gallery, when we come back, we got some news.
Boom.